Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. It is Monday. It's Monday. And here's the thing, you guys. Actually, I was going to come on here. We was going to talk about what's going on with Adventures with Purpose, you guys. I know everybody done heard. If you haven't heard, I'll go ahead and share that with you. But I really want to stay on talking about the kids. And this do have something to do with some children. But see, here's the thing. I guess the founder of Adventures with Purpose, or AWP, you guys know them. They the ones that found Kylie. And, she was in the lake all the time, and then they was thinking there was more to it, and everybody was all in their feelings, and everybody was like, yeah, Adventures with Purpose, yeah, they're doing some good things, and they are, but I guess the founder, Gerard, was indicted for the R word essay with his niece. So it's very upsetting to a lot of people. And it doesn't really take away from them doing a lot of good deeds, you guys. The only reason why I'm really not going to talk about it is because there's other things that's going on with family members of our group. And so we've been in prayer for that situation. And I kind of just want to not right now talk about something of that nature. But there's not a whole lot going on. Hey, Cheryl C, how you doing? I see you. We got Sarah Jane in the building. We got Woke the Guy. I see Pecosha is down right now, and that's okay. They're doing some maintenance work on Pecosha. That's what's going on with Pecosha, you guys. It's just I don't know. I guess it's just not me. I can't get it nowhere, but it's been down for a couple of days, and they're just doing some stuff. Zena's in the building. Sanja is in the building. How you doing? But I want to keep focus on these children. Today is my daughter's birthday, and let me see who called. Today is my daughter's birthday, so I spent today with my daughter. And so, well, not all day. She had to work, but, we surprised her with some, eatable arrangements and some chocolate strawberries and cookies and all that other stuff. And then, she I asked her, I said, hey, you want, today's my daughter's birthday. All my children's birthday is in this month. So you guys will be doing this all month long, and my anniversary is in this month. So all this month, I'm going to be busy trying to take care of other stuff. So I noticed that I asked her, did she want what I got, what I wanted? Nancy says today is her husband's birthday. All right. All those Scorpios. Ooh, something about them. I get along with them, but a lot of people can't get along with Scorpios. Scorpios are very, well, I mean, if you're all into that, they're just different. They're just different. But I asked her, did she want one of these Clerkles, one of these things right here? You guys know what I'm talking about. And she said, sure, Mom, I always wanted one, whatever. So I was like, I'm finna go get some. So I got me one. I'm going to put one back here for you guys, too. Right here. Right here. Right here, right here, right here. I got you guys one. I got her one. Okay. So I didn't want to, so it's going to be in our gifting closet. And it comes with 2 of the filters free. And you put water in it and it tastes just like you're drinking punch and Kool-Aid and all that other stuff. And so you'll drink more water and it helps your diet or whatever. So we got that in our little thing. But I need to get with Freddie and we need to get in the tickets that I need to get with the mods and the members and get their tickets and get that straightened out. I should have done it this weekend, but you guys know I worked this whole weekend, so it was kind of different. Worked a lot of hours, and now I'm just kind of trying to shut down. Hey, Lisa Calhoun, how you doing? Oh, Miss Tina said, I need that. Miss Tina said, I hate water. Water, I mean, it don't taste like water. You don't taste water. It's like, good. And it's got a little level there that you can, how much flavor you want. You want a lot of flavor, then you put it on 1. You want a whole bunch of flavor, you put it on whatever. I think it's right now. I got it on 6. Yeah, I got it on 6, but it goes all the way up to 9. It goes all the way up to 9, but 6 is enough for me. It's woo. I done drunk 2 of them today, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. All I drink is water and cup. Oh my goodness, then you must need it. And so they're not expensive. So I'm thinking that we might get a couple of more, maybe 2 or 3 of them for the Christmas giveaway. Because are the pods expensive? They're $3.74 a piece. And here's the thing, they're $3.74 a piece, but you can drink water from that one pod for 3-4 days. So how, a can or a bottle of soda may cost you $1.20. That's just for one, right? Or $1, whatever. You can drink this for 3 days and call it all good. You know what I mean? $3.74, 3 days, you know. And when you don't use it, guess what? It ain't, you know, it ain't doing nothing to the flavor. The flavor is going to be there when you put water in it. They called circles, circle, Kul. And I don't get paid for this, you guys, so don't think that, hey, she's making a promo. I'm not making a promo. But here's the thing. What happens is it just comes like this and this right here. But you can take this off. This is what you get. You get the bottle, and then these. Let me see if I can open this up. Maybe I can and maybe I can't. Maybe I can and maybe I can't. Oh, well, I can't. I can't open it. If I open it, you know, person won't. But you get this. This is the pod right here. This is the whole pod. Every time you get this, every time when you get a pod, this is what you get in the pod. The whole thing, just like this. And only thing you do, this is a bottle, just open. You just stick it in there. Turn it like that. You put your water in there. You get this whole thing every time. Hold on. You guys want me to go get a new thing that I got upstairs so I can show it to you? If you want me to show it to you, I'll show it to you. She says, what? It has the mouthpiece as part of the pod. Yeah, you want me to go get one so I can show it to you? What you get in the pod? Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go get a pod for you. I forgot my daddy keys. Okay, I'm sorry. So this is a pod. Okay, it comes with two. You guys are there? Where do you get the refill? From Walmart. Walmart. It comes with two of these. It'd be like, this is watermelon. They got grape, kiwi. We're going to get 3 of these for Christmas in December. Just to let you guys know. You might win one. I don't know. But I'm going to open it up so you can see what the pod looks like. And only thing you do, it comes with a whole pod. This filter, it's got all kind of good stuff in it. So you just take this off, throw this one away, put that one in, and start all over. That's all you do. You put your water in there and you go. You turn it on whatever thing, and I think they even have a mocha flavor. Yeah, I didn't see the mocha flavor though. I seen kiwi. Do you get one pod with bottle? You get 2 pods in the bottle. You get 2 pods in a bottle to start you off. That's it. Only thing I do is I just do like this. Take this, throw this away, put the new one in, poop. Put the new one in. Turn it to whatever, if I want a whole bunch of flavor, nice flavor, boom. And guess what? You want a little bit of flavor? Good. You want a whole bunch, you put ice in there, have ice. But $3.74 for these pods? Good. Where do you buy more pods? Walmart? Are the pods in the drinking section at the store? The pods is in the home department. Just to let you guys know. The home department is close to where the towels are and the kitchen stuff. You know what I'm saying? She said, I want that. Well, we got one for right now, but we're going to get 3 more. I thought I was the only one who didn't like water. I don't like water either, but it's good for you. You got to take it. Okay, you guys, I just letting you guys know that's one thing that I thought that you guys would like. And so, hey, if you don't go out and get one, guess what? You might win one. We're gonna give one away sometime this week. And I'm just letting you guys know we're going to get 3 more for the Christmas giveaway. Sounds good to me. I only drink water. Good. I hope you win it. Or somebody say, hey, Nancy, tell SP to send it to you. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys, let's make sure that today be really, really relaxed. I don't like to put down people when they're down and out, on the Adventures with Purpose, because, it's just sad that Mary said, I will look into it when I go to Walmart. Yes. And let me tell you right now, Mary, and if trust me, it's better to go get it at Walmart because I've been looking at these online for a while and they're more expensive online. And then you got to wait and then you got shipping and you know what I'm saying? No. And they're about like $29, $30 at, when you buy it online. And then, like I said, then you only get 2 and then you got to wait for it. So buying it at Walmart is cheaper. And I waited till the price went down on them because they were $59 a piece. So now they're half price right now, you guys. That's why we can get them now. Okay. So I'm going to get them before they go back up because, Christmas time come, you're thinking, oh, we got them on sale. Well, they're on sale right now, but come Christmas, they might. She said, draw a name so I can win it. Anyway, you guys, let's talk about the 2 kids that are still missing. We still missing Quinton and Codi. Codi is missing. Today was supposed to be, I want to talk about both of these kids because both of them's missing. There's not a lot of information coming out now. It's all about the drama. And I don't want to talk about the drama because like I said, I'm not going to go to nobody's house and do what these people, the YouTubers and the searchers or whatever, whoever they did. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying I'm not going to go do it. But, Lucian is still missing. Yep. And it just takes away from people looking for that child. And then they get all into their feelings. And then they say, oh, it's about the kids, But then we're talking about your feelings and who got arrested and things of that nature. But it's so much going on with the case. You guys, I learned more stuff about what happened and what's going on, One thing that I want you guys to know is remember the news had put on there that Billy Joe had put some music upstairs in the window and a disco ball down And so I guess she was egging on the people, the protesters. You know what? The news called them hecklers and things, but they were protesting. And they have a right to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, they were getting into entanglement and arguing with the neighbor. So a neighbor next door was in the bushes, and the neighbor next door, they arguing or whatever. But late to the party, but I'm here. All right, Connie. But there was a reason why Billy Joe put the music, blasting music, in her window. I didn't understand it. I couldn't even wrap my mind around, you got a child, you got your grandbaby missing, and y'all got music blasting from the house in a disco ball out there. And I thought she was just trying to tick off the protesters. But you guys know what they were doing? They give true crime channels a bad name. Well, I don't know. I'm just reading the chat a little bit, you guys. So I have to say that because people say, well, SP, you said this. And so I have to let people know I'm reading the chat. But the reason why she was blasting the music is she had heard that if music, when people are going live, and if there's music, which is true, if there's music in the background and they're got a monetized channel, they will not give you money for your lives. Which, here's the thing. The YouTubers that's out there, one of the YouTubers has a reporting license, like she can do journalism. And then you had the actual news station out there, they were heckling. And the news stations were saying, did you kill your son? Oh, wow, really? Wow. Yeah, I think I heard one of the news stations say that. Yeah. Yeah. But it was a hot mess out there. But actually, in all reality, the people that have a big channel, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I told you this from day one. When we actually talk about these type of cases and certain words that we say, we don't really make anything unless you call 10 or 20 cents, 70 cents, $1.25 for a whole live, a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That's no money. That's not money, because nobody really they just text me and ask me, could I work tonight? Well, I could. Let's see what happens. And so nobody makes money on the video. They're doing okay though when they have certain commercials that they let come around their channels, and then they have their memberships, and then they just wanted to get the content out there. So I don't think that they really mind her putting music out there. That wasn't going to stop anything. When people's like, oh, they're just, no, yeah, they hit some big numbers. They hitting 20, 30,000 views, way more than the news. 175,000 views, way more than the news. So the news probably kind of got a little angry and start calling them hecklers. You know what I'm saying? So it was bad. How the news kind of turned on the protesters. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, but it's just something. But, out the whole deal, I just, people were saying, talking about the whole situation. And because to be honest with you, this child is still missing. and they wasn't trying to either figure it out or find out what was going on. And you know, people are attracted to the drama. They are. The people that are saying it's a circus thought it was cool to see an actual clown, like if they justice for Quinton. Yep, I seen a clown. I seen a clown out there at Billy Joe's house. So somebody went and got a clown outfit and put a nose on and things of that nature. The only thing I have to say about the whole situation, do they think it will help causing a circus? I don't know. I don't know. Cheryl said, I don't like clowns. You know, it was different. Actually, I would be out looking and nobody could stop me. Yeah, you know, some of the neighbors asked some of the people that was out there, did they want to go look? I would be scared because the neighbors was actually calling the police because they wasn't getting sleep and they were listening to the noise, and there was people walking around their house and things of that nature. I've lost gallons of tears over this, and I know there's going to be more. Leave the clown alone. It might break them. But, you know, there's a part of that ordinance that they put out there that says that it's from 7A to 7P. So 7A to 7P. Or was it 7P to 7A? So, you know, some of the people were still out there, and that's good. That's good. That, you know, if they feel like that putting pressure on Billy Joe and Leilani, okay, I get it. But the ordinance on a public street, yes. And they got the sign right there in Billy Joe's yard. So they're saying from here to here, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? 7A to 7P. Thank you, Soldier Girl. From 7A to 7P. That means from 7P, they can probably be out there, you know, but just don't be, you know, doing some of the things. It was a lot of stuff going on, you guys. It was a lot. And you know, and this is just my understanding. This is just my understanding. And that is that, you know, I just think now it all depends on who do you believe have Quinton or they did something with Quinton. When the news came out, and they did, the news came out and said, hey, we believe that he's in the landfill. We believe he's in the landfill. And there's only one prime suspect. So it puts a lot of pressure on Leilani. It does. And it makes us, the people, only think, well, they're saying she's the only one. The boyfriend, he went wherever he wanted to go. Billy Joe gets to go wherever she wanted to go. Not everybody took a polygraph test. They can't use them in court. I get that. I understand. But not everybody took the test. But the boyfriend passed, so I hear. Now, this is the thing. We hear the boyfriend pass. First of all, police is not going to tell us if he passed or not. Now, what is he going to tell us? Or what is everybody going to tell us? I passed. When we don't know if he passed or not. And we don't know if he's in some kind of witness protection place. At this point, looking how the people in that house are cracking, maybe it's better there is no protest. This family might hurt himself and we'll never know anything. Yeah, you're right. And what if he's not in the landing field? What if she put evidence in a dumpster, not Quinton? Right. Well, at first, they was coming out and they were saying, no, I think I can't remember who it was, what news station it was, but I heard it for myself. They was like, we pretty much we know for sure we're gonna find him there. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And then Billy Joe had put on Facebook, she had text somebody in a chat. I guess she was in a chat room or whatever. And she was talking to people. And I guess she was talking to Bubba at the time. And she told Bubba that she don't think they're going to find that baby in no landfill. That's what she texted Bubba and said. And so that made me think of something. Here's the thing. Here's the sad thing. And I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't have a dog in this fight. If they did do something to the baby, think about it. Let's think about it for a minute. The babysitter says that the last time she seen Quinton and his older sibling was at 4 p.m. She sent the children home so that they can eat. Here's the funny thing, and I get what you guys are saying. Why is she sending the kids home when she was supposed to keep the kids until Billy Joe came home? Why did she send the kids home to eat? She was supposed to keep the kids. So they say. So that was kind of weird to me, like keep the kids daytime, nighttime until Billy Joe come home. I don't know. That sounds kind of fishy to me. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just saying. All they have to do is track where their phones went between 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. Why would it be 1 a.m., Sarah Jean? Because here's the thing. This is why I'm trying to say the kids' last seen was at 4 p.m. from the babysitter, allegedly. Billy Joe goes out of town to work, allegedly. But between allegedly time that the babysitter said 4 p.m., and we don't know to believe the babysitter, but that's what she said. They could be all hollering at each other, and the baby could have been gone a day or two before then. Do anybody got pictures? Do anybody, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing all this Facebook stuff and YouTube stuff and TikTok and Snapchat. Did anybody other than, because the babysitter is a little suspicious too, you guys. I know I'm not suspicious of her, but I mean, once you tell one lie, and now we're looking at you because you done lied about some stuff. You did. You babysitter doesn't lie. And then she keeps saying, I'm not going back on social media no more. And then she's back. I'm not going back on social media. Then she's back. I'm not going back on social media. And then she's back. So once you lie, you got to tell another lie. And then she did. And then she told another lie. So she does. It does make her look suspicious. It really does. The babysitter has been sending them home all this time. Why should that day be different? Okay. Okay, we got a phone call coming in. Come on, y'all. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, SP. It's Sarah. I just wanted to say real quick about the 1 a.m. to the 9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, so the babysitter said the night before that is when she brought him home, or them home, the kids. And then I guess, I don't know if it was an alarm. Something showed that the back door was open at 1 or 1:30 a.m. And the story goes is that her brother went out for a cigarette at that time.
I thought it was 2 something. You saying the alarm went off at...
There was something about 1 to 1:30 a.m. And I think the police had even said if you've seen anything between 1 and 9 a.m. But then the boyfriend said he saw the baby last at 6 a.m. when he went to work.
Right.
But they didn't report him missing till 9 a.m. So I'm thinking 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. something happened. And then you heard the phone call between Billy Joe and Quinton's bio dad.
Right.
And she's telling him that around 1:30 a.m. there was an accident in the bathtub. Is what that's her theory.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm thinking they should be tracking those phones from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who was in that house.
Right. Right.
Yeah, anyone who was in that house.
Do you?
To have
Okay, so if something happened at 1 a.m. in the morning and something could have.
Right.
And then they take the kids somewhere else. And then they tell Billy Joe, take the clothes and go get rid of the clothes and just don't put them in our trash. Go put them down the street. So they might have a video of her putting something in the dumpster, but it wasn't a baby. It could have been the baby's clothes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then the boyfriend's the one who, his phone, I don't know who did the actual text messaging, but it was his phone who texted the babysitter, we don't need your services today. Then he went to work, but he wasn't there for very long. He turned right back around and came home. And the babysitter had been out and about with her daughters and saw him driving really slow through the neighborhood. And then that's when they either called her or she stopped to see if everything was okay. Either way, someone asked her if she had seen Quinn. And then she asked if she could go in. This is her story.
Well, Billy Joe called the babysitter and asked the babysitter, have she seen Quinton?
Billy Joe.
Yeah.
And then so she goes over there, and this is her story. And then she says, have you looked everywhere in the house? Because he's a hider. He likes to play hide and seek at my house a lot. And I guess the boyfriend looked her stone cold in the eyes and said, we've already done that. We've looked everywhere. Because she asked if she could go in and take a second look. It wouldn't hurt, right?
Right.
So they shunned her from even going in the house to take any kind of looking around to see if he's hiding here.
And then that's kind of weird.
It's very weird because I'm going to tell you something about my own child.
Uh-huh.
Years ago, when he was a toddler,
mm-hmm.
I had a panic attack and I couldn't find him nowhere. And my mother-in-law was doing dishes where the door is, and she would have seen him leave the house. But he wasn't in the house, and we're looking everywhere, and we're freaking out. Now, I'm outside screaming his name. People think I'm nuts. I'm running up and down the middle of the street. I'm just panicking.
Right.
And then I go back in the house, and I'm looking everywhere. I looked everywhere 3 different times, not just once, not just twice. I looked everywhere in my house 3 different times just to triple check. Maybe I missed them somewhere. He could be hurt. Something. I was getting ready to call the police. Something told me to go back and check the one bed in the back of the house, and I saw something under the blanket, which I had moved twice already. I moved the blanket, and there he is. He was playing with me.
Right.
He was just, every time I would look somewhere, he would go and hide there and leave where he last was. And he was only 4, maybe 3 or 4. Little stinker. And so I can see where the babysitter was thinking that. Let me go in and let's have another look. But apparently, his name's Danny, right?
Right.
I believe. Okay, so he looks her she says stone cold in the eyes and says, we've already done all that. I mean, if it were me, I'd be like, yes, please come help. The more eyes, the better. You've been in my house. You know my house. You know my child. Help.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Some people have a little bit like me. I have an intuition or something. Told me to go look back one more time before I call 911, and I found him. My gut feeling said, just go look here one more time, and in the other room one more time. And the first place I went again is where he was, and I had already been there 2-3 times. So it just goes to show how, there was something up with that boyfriend knows more if he's not involved.
Right. And you know what though? When my child came up missing, I wasn't worried about, even if I didn't like you, I wasn't paying attention of who was in the house. I wasn't going to stop nobody. Even if my neighbor that I didn't like wanted to look, I would say, look, help me look.
Absolutely. And then there's another little bit of an incident I had with my other son who's autistic, and we were at the train station for the Santa train ride.
Mm-hmm.
And I set him down for a second. He was a toddler, and I was getting the tickets ready. and my husband's standing there, my oldest son, and I look back and my little one's gone. And none of us even seen him go anywhere. So I'm looking under the train. I'm panicking. I'm screaming his name. Full-blown panic again. It seemed like forever, but it was only like for 5 minutes. And then I heard him whimpering and crying, and I looked, and I had already looked there, I swear. And he's holding onto someone's stroller, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. But let me tell you, everybody, it was busy there. Everybody's looking at me like I'm nuts, like I'm crazy. I'm sitting here screaming, looking under a train. Obviously, I'm looking for a lost child. I'm not asking anybody, hey, did you see a missing child? Because I'm more just zoned into looking for my child myself. But no one asked, do you need help? Is everything okay? And I'm in full-blown panic, screaming at the top of my lungs, right?
Right.
And so then there's incidences like that too. But if someone would have offered to help me, I would have been like real quick, told them what was wrong, and they would have been helping me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that, and this is someone they knew, that knew their son, that knew their house.
Yeah.
We should have let her in.
Right.
You know? And so I thought that they weren't finished covering things up, or
right.
they were afraid she might see something that the police wouldn't see, because the police don't know their house. She knew their house. And if there was a change made, the police wouldn't notice that, but maybe the babysitter would have.
Yeah. And then she said that she had to tell Leilani to call the police.
Yes. She said, have you guys called the police yet? And Leilani said no, and grabbed her phone and called. And if Billy Joe had already called the babysitter asking, have you seen Quinton? She should have already called 911 her damn self.
Right, right.
Because she's responsible for that child, number one. Number two, you know you messed up and left her with your daughter, and you shouldn't have, but you wanted to trust her because you didn't get that chance.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's something more with the boyfriend. I don't know if he's working with police, and that's how and why, and maybe they think that he's in the landfill.
Right. Right.
But other than that,
and he could be protecting Leilani, telling them this big old lie that the baby is in the landfill.
Right. Or he could be just as involved in trying to detour them as well. Right.
Yeah. And here's the sad part. So the police have named Leilani the prime suspect, and this, that, and the other. And so I'm pretty sure that they're going to charge her, because if they don't charge her, they're going to have a big lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah, at the very least, she could be charged with neglect if they can't prove that he's deceased. But they're acting like they do have proof, like they have forensics that led them to the landfill, or they wouldn't be there wasting all these man hours and money and time. And they wouldn't have been so sure of themselves. But now they're kind of backtracking just a little bit. It's a very low chance of us finding him here. But at the beginning it was, we're going to find him there. He's there.
Right.
So.
Right. That's what I was telling everybody.
Only a few days, so it's not like he got severely scattered. Right. Like it would if it had to have been a month. So they were very confident they were going to go in and find him probably within a week, Yeah. And now it's looking grim, and they're not finding anything, not one thing. So now they have to kind of cover themselves and say, and it is true, not everybody gets found that ends up there. Right. But that fresh, that new, you would think they would find.
But I think that they're going to find this child sooner or later. I think they're going to find him I'm now looking at Billy Joe too. Just because you're out of town working at 1 o'clock in the morning, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And I'm sure she had to prove her alibi and whatnot. And I guess she had to come home when he went missing and whatnot. And I'm sure that's all been able to be proven. But the fact is that, number one, she shouldn't have had her daughter living in that home if the daughter got the child taken away and she was awarded custody. Number two, CPS or whatever they call it down there should have been doing their check-ins, and they should have known that the mother was still in the house where she shouldn't have been around that child. Now, were all 3 children taken away and given to custody was given to Billy Joe, or just Quinton himself?
Well, I think when I looked at it, I'm not for sure, but it was Quinton and the older brother.
So Quinton and Zane, and then I don't know the baby girl's name, but I think she wasn't taken away yet.
No. And that's weird because all of her kids allegedly supposed to have some kind of substance in their system.
Yeah.
And anytime that a child has a substance in their system, they're supposed to not even give the child to the mother until they, go to some classes and things.
Yeah. And so she shouldn't have been around them. Like if you refer back to the boys and their mother, they came into her second baby.
And once they take the first one and she haven't done anything, any of the classes or fulfilled whatever promissories from the court, they're not supposed to give her any kids.
That's right.
Regardless if they got something in their system or not. She's not supposed to get any of the kids.
And here she's on active probation. And I just don't understand why she hasn't at least, like, with Cody's father, Corey, he was pulled in for neglect and not released because they want to hold him as long as they can until they figure out what really went down and what happened and can go forward with that. And this is what we would expect in this situation as well. When you name someone the prime suspect, especially.
Right.
And you have accusations out there saying that she harmed her child and dumped him in a dumpster and he's in a landfill. Blows my mind. I understand they don't want to mess it up and they want as much proof as possible, and they say they have some. Grab her for her violation of probation. Grab her for neglect on her children.
Right.
Okay, and then hold her as long as you can. If you can't hold her long enough until you have all that, that's fine, but at least she knows you're not playing, and maybe she'll start talking.
Right.
You just never know. But I don't understand the way they're doing it. I've never seen it done this way, except for with Casey Anthony, and it still even wasn't this way. She was still arrested. But this girl just hasn't even been nothing.
Well, exactly. But here's the thing. The grandfather just got ran over, hit and run.
Yeah.
And
I
that
sent you some messages. The minute I found out, I was like, holy crap, this is weird. Because he had just lost his mom right after his son went missing, or right before.
And we don't know how she died.
Right. And I think it was mysterious or there were some circumstances. And then the father.
Hold on. Why do you say that?
I read it in a comment or on a post about how sad it was that he just lost his son went missing, and then he just lost his mother to mysterious circumstances or something like that. It was written, and then now his father gets hit and run. So I'm gonna have to look more into it on the mother. I don't quote me. I am not for sure, and not everything you read in posts or on comments is accurate. So I'm just saying what I had seen somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to know how his grandmother passed away.
His mother, yeah.
Bubba's mama.
It was Bubba's. Yeah, the baby's grandmother. I got you now. Yes, it's odd, and it almost seems like he's being more of a target of something. And is it from her family?
Right.
Because they don't like him, and they're trying to blame him from jump for kidnapping.
So I'm going to ask you this question. So could it be because Bubba's mama died, Bubba's daddy died, first his child came up missing, 1 o'clock in the morning or something? Do you think it could be something to do with some drugs?
It could be.
It could.
It really well could be. But in my gut, in my intuition, in my heart and gut, it tells me Leilani messed up.
And then they
Leilani
put out
messed
the
up.
hit and got the father.
She's known to blame all her things she gets caught doing, like shoplifting or whatever it is, robbing a house, on boyfriends that she's with at the time. So I'm thinking she's putting blame on the bio father. Oh, he kidnapped her, or whatever she's trying to pull. So now she's trying to point the finger at Danny too. She's pointing the finger at everybody but herself now. All of a sudden, every time one of us makes a comment in a group about something, she goes and repeats it the next day as if it's her own thoughts and words, or as if she's covering herself.
The grandmother?
It's just crazy. No,
Leilani?
And yep. And then here she is now trying to point fingers everywhere and plead on the news, because we said in a group, she hasn't even pleaded once for her baby's safety to be returned if someone did take her. So it shows that she's guilty. The next day she's on the news pleading.
Right. But okay, so somebody was texting me and they said that I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that Leilani is in a rehab.
That's the rumor going around.
But nobody's really seen her since.
Right. So that's the rumor going around, and I don't know exactly where it originated, but that's what's being said. And I hope she is. She needs it, because she was high as a kite. And it was clearly obvious. But I honestly think that it could have been an accident, which doesn't make her a bad person, but there's no excuse, and she should call for help. And I think she tried to cover it up, and I think she's trying to put blame on other people. First, she tried to make it look like a kidnapping, and then that didn't work out. Now she's pointing fingers at Danny, because people are saying that they still feel like he has something to do with it, and then he left town, and this, that, and the other. So she thought, oh, that would be a good one to blame. Right.
They're saying in the chat that she's been seen and spotted in that house in the past few days.
Oh, really? I know it's been 2-3 days since anyone has seen her.
Well, yeah, but
she could be hiding out though too.
If she checked herself into rehab just to get away for a couple of days, that's doable. And then she can check herself out whenever she gets good and ready and going back to the house.
Oh yeah. Personally, myself, even if he walked out the door and went missing or was kidnapped and I was innocent, I wouldn't be in that. I couldn't be in that house. And then my other kids being taken away, there's no way I could be at that house.
Right.
Now, granted that not everyone has a place to go or a backup plan or someone they can lean on, especially in a situation when you're being accused of being a prime suspect of harming a child.
Right.
But I'm sure they have that camper. She could be at least staying out in that.
Right. No, they took the camper away, didn't they?
Last I heard that it was back over there and they were seen out there cleaning it.
Oh.
I could have been wrong. Oh no, wait, you're right. No, you're right. They did take it away. The theory is that they have it parked somewhere. They snuck it and hid it away somewhere to where they can get away from everything and go to when they need to and then come back.
Right.
Because they were saying they sold it or something.
People there was rumor that they sold it, but no.
No, they have it put away somewhere that they can go stay in it. Probably that's where Leilani really is.
Okay.
But I don't know. And then the music they were playing, blasting in their yard that night was there's a certain YouTuber that told them to do that to demonetize the other YouTubers' videos and to get them to go away. But that didn't work.
No, it's not gonna. It wouldn't work because they're don't really make a lot of money on these crime with the children. They do it because they're passionate about it. If anybody ever has a channel and you talk about missing children and abducted children, and you'll find out you'll make maybe $7 for that. I mean, that's the most I've ever seen, but you'll get more if you just talked about ice or water. But when they talk about that, you know, and they spend an hour, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours going, they'll make their money on the commercials. But if they do play music, then they won't even get the commercials.
Right.
But that's not going to stop someone that's passionate, though. It's not going to stop them.
And then there's this other YouTuber paid that lady. Oh my God, she went down there with her bullhorn, and the other YouTuber went to grab it out of her hand because she was assaulting women with it, and he got arrested for assaulting her, and it was what a mess. And that was pretty when everything started getting wrapped up. Police were done with it.
Right.
They were putting ordinance.
She said that he hit her or something.
Yeah, well,
because they said it was assault and a battery.
Well, in some states, and then in some people's opinions, it was assault because I guess there was one of those strings and it was wrapped around her wrist, so it was attached to her body.
Oh.
And he yanked on it. I'm not sure if he knew that, because when he yanked on it, he was expecting to grab it out of her hand and sling it, I think, like get it out of her hand.
And so it jerked her.
And it jerked her a little bit, and she was already on the ground. I don't know why.
Get out of here. What was she on the ground for?
I don't know. I missed that part. The only clip I seen was him going up and trying to grab the bullhorn out of her hand and then walking away like, oh crap, like, because it was attached to her wrist. And everyone yelling, oh my God, he assaulted her. He assaulted her. Did you see that? When really he was just trying to protect the other ladies.
Right.
Because she was assaulting them. Not only that, she was trying to run them over with her car, or she was intimidating with them with her car, like pulling up as close as she could, like she was going to run her over.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And YouTube paid her to go over there and do all that.
Get out of here.
Guess what? When it comes down to it, it worked. It got rid of everybody. No one's out there anymore because that was it. It was just that was it.
You know what? In every one of these kid missing in abduction or death or whatever cases, there's always a YouTuber on the other side, and they cause so much chaos that you don't even want to talk about the case or touch the case, and they just
reflects on all YouTubers.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And I can probably, you know what? While you're talking, I probably know who that YouTuber is, and I done been through it with them, and they do cause some problems. I'm not gonna say no names because I don't like to get into it with no YouTubers. I can care less. They can do what they do, but yeah, I've seen them do some tricks and buy pizza for the people, the primary suspect, and pay their bills and stuff, and but I mean, everybody has their own opinion and their free will to believe in, and some people gonna protect the people that has lost this child.
Yeah.
But we don't know until we get some more information. You know what I mean?
That's
because
right.
There's a lot that the police is not telling us. There got to be something they're not telling us.
They never tell all. They hold a lot to their chest, and there's a good reason for it, and I understand that. But then there's situations where it's like they should let a little more out because it could help ring a bell to someone, or it could just help the case. Like in the case of Abby and Libby.
Right.
Okay, if they would have let a little more out sooner, maybe that guy would have been caught sooner, not 6 years later.
Right.
And now that there's a big mess about what they're holding on to now, they're not letting out. The judge even had to excuse himself because he was getting death threats for stealing documents. But it's for the integrity of the case. And in this case, I believe this is the time to seal it. But when they were still looking for the perpetrator, they should have let out a little more information, if that makes sense. So,
well, I heard that the police was not writing up the police report correctly, like they were leaving out the young lady that came there. She come from New Jersey, you guys, but they were leaving out stuff that she had did, and you know what I'm saying? And they were leaving out a lot of stuff. But I want to ask you this question, because I don't know for this to be true, but how did the neighbor get involved?
The neighbor with the bat? Which neighbor?
Yes, the neighbor with the bat.
Okay. He said they're on his property, which apparently they were saying that it's county property or whatever, not his personal property, because it's I forget what they call it.
The easement.
Like
the easement goes out from the street.
The easement.
From the street to
so they were on the easement, and he was saying, "You're on my property. Get off." Blah blah blah. And they're yelled back, "We're not. We're on the easement. It's not your property. Chill. You know, we're not bothering you." And he came at him with the bat, and the police saw it, and they left it out of the police report. And it's all on camera. There's proof, and so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on legally on that end. People are ready to sue because they have a lot on video that the police failed to protect all citizens, and they kind of favored certain ones, and they left out certain things in police reports, and they added things to other police reports when people were being arrested. One guy got arrested for walking down the street, and then another guy got arrested for doing a handstand in the street.
Right.
I mean, okay, but there's Leilani in there, your prime suspect, and she's not in jail. She's out living it up, doing drugs, drinking, laughing, fake crying, you know?
Right.
I don't understand it.
I think she's going to go to jail.
It made me sick when I saw her and her mom on the news.
Well, here's the thing. So the police are feeling, I mean, it don't have nothing to do with how they feel, but they're feeling a little sorry for her because she's lost a child. And you see they didn't arrest her, say, "Oh, she ain't going nowhere." You know, she ain't going to go nowhere.
I don't know if they feel sorry for her. I really think they feel sorry more for the neighbors than Amy. But then a lot of the neighbors don't mind, because there's just a very few that did. And then there was one neighbor down the way that is elderly and sick. And the ambulance had to come and get that neighbor one night. And, you know, maybe it had to do with all the protesting going on outside. Maybe it didn't.
Right.
But I know the police were trying to be more protective of the neighbors than Amy.
Wow.
Because they felt like they didn't deserve what was going on. They're not the ones that did anything.
Right. Because I would hate for that to be happening in my neighborhood, and now all these people is in the neighborhood and shouting all night long and walking up. I wouldn't want you, even if a child is missing, I don't want all these people in my neighborhood.
Right. Maybe one day or two I'd be like, okay, cool, and then bring it to the police department where you're really, you know, mad at for not making moves. So
somebody's saying that's not true, SP. A gentleman that got arrested was being aggressive towards another person that was out there on the street and ripped something out of her hand.
Yeah, a bullhorn that she was assaulting people with.
Okay.
She was also trying to run people over with her car. So I don't blame him for trying to take the bullhorn out of her hand.
Right.
He was not trying to hurt her. If he was trying to hurt her, he could have kicked her while she was down there on the ground when he tried to snatch her bullhorn. All he did was try to snatch her bullhorn so she wouldn't hit people with it.
Right.
So, I mean, yes, that's considered assault.
Okay, so why was they
even up to it too? And he said, you know, that's assault in some people's eyes. He goes, I was seeing it as protecting people. And I went in and I got arrested, and I said, okay, you know, I did do it. He just doesn't agree that it was assault.
But if you've got people protesting over here, how did she even get close to the protesters? Why didn't she just stay over there on Leilani's and their property or on their easement?
And that's another thing people are saying. They were all being, some people were being arrested or being warned.
Who came up to who?
They were all just, okay, so the one YouTubers were walking up and down the street or standing out front, and she was more in Billy Joe's yard.
Okay.
But she would come out and she would start stuff. Okay? And she would start stuff in the yard too. I'm just going to say MGL. I'm not going to say her full name. But this YouTuber that got her blowhorn snatched out of her hand, you should see the video where she is wishing death upon MGL's mother for having cancer. She needs to just die already. And it was really nasty.
Oh, that's what the lady from New Jersey was saying.
She was the aggressor from the jump, and they were just trying to deal with her. And then it got to a point to where, people might think it was being aggressive back, but he was just trying to, snatch the bullhorn out of her hand. I personally don't think it was assault. It is considered assault. I get that, like by law. But in my personal opinion, I think he was not trying to harm her, or he could have done other things. He was just trying to snatch the bullhorn.
Right.
It's not like he was trying to hit her with it. It's not like he kicked her while she was down there. Nothing like that. And as soon as he realized that he couldn't get it from her because it was on her wrist, he turned around and walked away. So
right, but you can't just take something. You can't take something from somebody.
Oh, but if somebody's swinging it at you, you sure can. If somebody's trying to assault you with it, you sure can. I know I would.
Okay, so where was she at when she was swinging the horn? What was she in the street, or was she in?
So the part I missed leading up right to it, but the clip I saw, to me, it didn't look like he was trying to hurt her. He was just trying to get the bullhorn. Now, the story goes, and it's on camera. I haven't seen it yet because I think they're leaving it for legal purposes, and it has been sent into the judge because he was arrested.
Right.
So apparently she was trying to assault people with it.
Okay.
And the people he was with, and other people as well, because there's neighbors out there that are protesting too.
Right. So did the protesters leave and go to the police department now?
Yes. Once he was arrested, they left and they went and protested at the police department and bailed him out and waited for him to get out. He got out pretty quick.
But is they still down there protesting?
And now the chief or sheriff or whoever is saying that should have been where they should have been protesting the whole time.
Right.
But yet while they were out there protesting, a cop car drove by and the cops flipped them off.
The cops did?
Yeah. It's a whole hot mess down there.
Did they catch it on live? Did you see it?
I didn't see it personally, but I bet you they have it on camera because they have more than one camera going. They have a girl going around getting more than you see on live. So I'm hoping they got that. And then someone else said they were flipped off out by a cop over by in front of Lonnie's house too. So
why would the police act like that? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they do a lot.
They want to catch somebody that's done hurt a child.
Right, you would think. But
so they done got the police mad at them.
Some cities and states there's corruption. And
so are you saying that the police is mad at the protesters there?
Yes, absolutely, because they keep getting called over there and having to deal with them like they're...
Well, they got to do their job.
I think in their eyes, they feel like, go home, you're wasting our time, this is getting old, I'm over it, and they're not happy with the protesters, let's just say. But the chief or whatever was saying they should have been at the police department protesting the whole time. Okay, so now I want to know, since this situation, I know they've been out there to the police department and they protest. Was they there today? I don't believe so. They all went home. One of them, the one I said has credentials to report, she's going to be back. And she says she's coming back with a couple of attorneys. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But she went home to debrief after all that went down.
Mm-hmm.
And plus they changed the whole ordinances, and now she has to get permit to be on the street to protest. Just like you have to get a permit to have a parade on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And that could take days, probably weeks sometimes.
Well,
nowadays, probably,
I don't know. I know. I've got a couple of people in the chat, and they're saying that they doxed the whole neighborhood. And that is true. you know. But I mean,
everybody doxed each other through this whole thing, to be honest.
Right.
You know.
Right. But okay, so do you live down there?
No, I don't.
Okay,
but
so
I follow very closely.
Okay, so if a child came missing right next door to you, and then a whole bunch of people showed up, say 100 people showed up, and they walked up and down the street all night long, you know, drinking or doing a little this, hollering, screaming, bullhorns out, and music going, with every night, what would you do?
I would be
okay.
I would be out there handing them flyers that I printed out saying, let's put flyers up because no one else is. Not even the family.
Well, you gotta go to work. And
if Leilani's so innocent and she didn't do this,
but
she really thinks someone took her child, why isn't she out putting up flyers? Forget what the police say. If you know what you know and you didn't do it, why aren't you putting flyers everywhere? Why aren't you on the Facebook groups posting flyers, begging for help instead of letting them ream you and your family left and right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to get heat either way. So you might as well be up there sharing and looking like you give it, you know?
Yeah.
That's the part for me that shows guilt.
Well,
because even if a cop tells me you did something but you don't remember it, if I didn't do
she
it,
she didn't say she didn't remember it. The cop said she didn't remember.
That's what I said. That's what I just said. Even if the cops told me you did this but you don't remember this, I don't care what you're telling me. If I feel my kid was taken because I know I didn't do something, I'm going to be out there searching everywhere. I'm going to be out there putting out flyers. I'm going to be getting hold of organizations that have their own dogs and doing my own thing.
Yeah.
And then let the police go do their thing, and then we'll see what the results come up to.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right.
And so to me, that's where, and it wasn't even like, it was just right away, not even the first, second date, no flyers, nothing.
Well, I'm going to say this.
It was like she was hiding out from jump.
I'm going to say this. We had a case down in Texas that's closer to me because I'm Midwest. And I was invited down there. I didn't tell no one. I was invited down there to speak to a part of the party of, you know, either someone that was a suspect or a family member. Okay. So I get down there. I'm down there because, you know, if there's anything that we can help with or, you know, get some information and try to figure it out or find out who or whatever. So I get down there, right? This is in Dallas. This was just a couple of months back in the summertime. And I'm speaking to the families and whatever, but the child is already found. The child wasn't, you know what I'm saying? The child wasn't missing. The child, they threw the child in the middle of the street. You remember that case?
Yes.
Cash Gunner.
Yeah.
And so I get down there. So I'm knocking on doors, asking questions to the neighbors where the child was found, neighbors, the connecting neighbors and everything. MGL says, how dare SP go down there? She rented a car. She was mad at me. She was mad at me because I wasn't going to drive my own car because I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but it's for work. But yes, I did.
The same thing though.
I rented a car and I did. I rented a car with my own money. I had to pay for a hotel room with my own money. How dare me go look to find some information to help? I didn't go knock on the young lady who had the child's door. I didn't go mess with them.
Right.
I knocked on neighbors' doors to get more information, more facts. What did you see? What did you hear? Maybe somebody seen something and the police didn't ask them. But I'm not going to set up camp and go, you know, with horns and stuff and music or cussing people. I wasn't going to do that because I'm not going to jail. But I did speak to the other side of the family. But I didn't tell everybody. They was like, SP, go over there. And I was like, no, you know, because I'm trying to get information of what happened. That's why we had more information on, well, this is happening, that's happening and stuff. But so for me to do what I did, she threw me out there. She's like, SP went on down here and she did this and did that. And I'm like, okay, what is this woman doing?
So I don't understand the problem. And when she does it, her viewers are the ones, her subs are the ones that find that. Or her husband. Anyways, that's enough I'm going to say about that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's what I say about it.
How it happens. At least someone's doing it. How about that?
Here's what I'm saying, and this is what I said from day one. You guys, I don't bash YouTubers because if they feel in their heart that they can get some information or they can help in whatever kind of way, go for it. Just don't expect me to do what you're doing because I may not be in agreement with it. But you know what? I'm not gonna bash you because you're out there trying to help. Because you know what? If you take your hard-earned money, because I work hard for my money, and I try to come down there, I'm coming down there to help. I don't believe anybody, especially that particular person, and I'm not saying nothing bad. Because trust and believe, take their money that they worked hard for to go down there to just do damage. I don't believe that.
I know they were trying to intimidate her into, going and turning herself in. And then they were trying to intimidate BJ to taking her daughter down to the station, doing the right thing. But that's just, it don't work like that.
Well, here's the thing. And I had to sit back and think about this. Here's the thing. If I went down there, sometimes people can relate to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to relate to me. I'm African American and I don't live in that kind of lifestyle with drugs, my kids being taken, minimum wage. I can't relate to that. You see what I'm saying? So they may not relate to me. It might even just be my color, but they can.
It's the way you approach the person.
Exactly, but see, some people
you're asking them.
And you know what? They can probably relate to someone that can talk to them. And this is why I don't knock that particular person or anybody else. Because just like my husband, he'll tell me, honey, you're too soft. And sometimes you got to go in there and you got to talk to him this way. And I'll be like, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and maybe they can get that some kind of communication because I think that some aggressive people can talk to aggressive people like that.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I get you completely.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes perfect sense. But like in where I live, when a child goes missing, the whole community comes together. They don't rally in front of someone's house and scream and yell. They're out there doing flyers. Like, let me use the Amari for an example. The Amari case.
Yeah.
Everyone knew. We all knew. We knew he wasn't kidnapped. We knew the boyfriend did something.
Right.
But guess what? Not me personally on foot. I did it online because, I'm disabled and I'm limited to what I can do, or I would have been out more.
Right.
But people I knew, and plus the whole town showed up at that budget suites and handed out flyers and went door to door and put up flyers and talked to neighbors, and everyone gathered and put candles.
Right.
Wrote messages, and that's where they did their little quiet, peaceful protest for him. Then it turned into a memorial once he was found.
Right.
But it started out as, where is he and such. Everyone was still out passing out flyers, just knowing that it wasn't going to be a good outcome.
But you know what though, and
I don't understand in this case that there's no flyers being put up.
Right.
Unless we know that he's not going to be found that way.
Well, there's flyers being passed out and things, but I mean, his picture's not being out there enough.
The family either, though. The family hasn't done anything except for verbally attack everybody and bust in people's houses and party and.
But how can the family do though?
But before protesting even started, they weren't doing anything. You see? Yes, it was not too long before she was named prime suspect. It was only 3-4 days. It was pretty fast. But
Right.
from day one, she was hiding, and there was no putting out flyers. There was just nothing that's nothing normal about it.
Right.
It's just so guilt to me. Like, she knew it would be pointless, so why bother? That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, it looks guilty, but so the protesters were passing out flyers and stuff.
Yes, they were.
But most of their time and energy was right at the house.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I would have been finding where these people work and frequent, and then going and searching in those areas, like, because 9 out of 10 times it's a location by their job or something where they know there's like a little secluded area where they could get rid of something, and nobody's doing that. I don't even know if the police did that because they're on a different mission. I just wish they should be having both searches just in case that wasn't him seen put in the dumpster. It could have been something else wrapped up.
Right. Can I ask you one more question? Because I know we have just like if we were there at the house, some of the people that's in the chat right now is like, go arrest Elani, she's a bad mom. And then there's some people like, no, the protesters were bad. So, and I don't mind the diverse type of conversation that we have here. But I want to ask the question because I think that nobody's really putting a lot of emphasis on the boyfriend. Do you know where he worked at? Or worked at?
That I don't know. Someone asked, and I don't know if we got an answer. I was trying to follow this one post because we were talking about the boyfriend. So
how's everybody come up with this information? Oh, he was 17 minutes late. How do everybody know he late, but nobody don't know where he work at? See, all this information just doesn't make sense. If we got all this information, just where do he work?
And that's a good question. Where did that come from? That he was 15 minutes late to work and that he didn't stay there very long. And he had turned right around because he got a call from Leilani saying that, maybe that was his story to the babysitter. Maybe it came from the babysitter. I cannot remember to be exact. But it was from someone that I don't know. I'm going to have to look back. But that was just one of the things going around. And then the last thing I heard about him is that, I don't know if is it Florida? I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But he went back to another state.
South Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And
where Leilani and him have had charges there.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think he's staying with an ex?
Allegedly.
Okay, I do remember hearing that. I try to be careful with what I say if I don't remember it to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was some of the hearsay, the last hearsay going around. But there's a lot of people coming forward saying they know him too and saying things.
Okay. Well, so are they saying good? Are they saying good things?
They're just saying he passed his lie detector test and that was given permission to leave town.
He passed the lie detector test because he's telling.
I think so. I think he's working with them for immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I really do.
Because if he didn't kill the baby.
Well, she's trying the theory BJ's got going around. It was Danny that was giving the kids a bath when the accident occurred, according to her. And that's just putting blame on him and taking it away from her daughter again. But I think she's playing her daughter. I think she's keeping her enemy close. And I think she is not going to let her get away, and she's going to try and get things out of her and act like her bestest friend right now.
Someone's saying in the chat
that I've seen that in the interview where they did finally get on the news recently and plead. Billy Joe 1 minute is looking with Leilani crying, and then she looks away when Leilani starts fake crying, and she has this look on her face like she can tell it's a fake cry, like she knows something.
She knows her. She knows her daughter.
Yeah, I really think she's just trying to keep her close. I don't think she really believes her daughter's innocent.
There's somebody's in the chat saying that they're going to Danny's house. The protesters are going to go to Danny's house next.
Oh, well, maybe they'll get something out of him.
In North Carolina. It's actually not North Carolina. It's South Carolina.
He's not going to say nothing. For one, if he is guilty, he's not going to say anything. Even if he helped just cover it up.
Why is everybody saying North Carolina? Is it North Carolina? I heard it's South Carolina, baby.
And then secondly, if he is working with police, he can't say anything. And even if he wasn't working with police, he wouldn't say anything because he would implicate himself. So
right.
Going down there is a waste of time for real.
Somebody look up to see where Danny is. Is he in North Carolina or South Carolina? Because I believe I heard South Carolina, and we don't want people to be thinking North Carolina and saying SP said, because I do believe South Carolina. Soldier Girl says, oh, South Carolina. Do we got somebody that'll look that up real quick? Brenda says Dunn is in North Carolina. They're saying North Carolina. Okay. Well, I know that the news said Dunn is in North Carolina.
Okay.
But
don't ask me, because I was over here thinking Florida. And that's one thing I'm not always great with remembering places. I remember everything else.
I know they said Dunn, but then they said okay, so I want to get this, and then well, is there anything else you want to share with us?
Oh no, I just wanted to jump on and say a few things that I was feeling and thinking of the case, and about everything.
Well, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you letting me on,
Thank you.
I just wanted to add my 2 cents in. This one says he's staying with friends. Okay, I'm trying to see real quick if it says where he's at.
Yeah, I got that from the news, but I know he said that he was going to be in Atlanta, but then something about South Carolina, because I said to myself, I had somebody looking something up.
Oh, this friend of Danny's says that he and his parents are trying to gain full custody of the daughter, the baby girl.
Who's trying to get custody?
A friend of Danny. Danny's trying to get custody of his baby with Leilani, the one that got taken away, the little baby girl. They're saying he passed his lie detector. There's even pictures or videos of him from recent. So he's enjoying his life, shooting pool, playing video games. Okay,
I'm seeing it right here on the news. It says knocking on door of a Dunn, North Carolina address for boyfriend Daniel Youngkin. In the past, Daniel. So yep, it is north.
So apparently him and his parents are trying to get custody of the baby girl.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
All righty.
And I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
SB, certain people saying Danny was cheating on her. Jeez. That's not far from me. Virginia, and I can be in Gates County in 20 minutes. Oh, really? All right. If they live in Dunn, that is North Carolina. Exactly. I can't believe this baby's still missing. I can't either. You guys, I did want to have something to say about the Codi Bigsby case, but they were supposed to have court today. You guys know that they delayed that because now they're gonna do a psychic evaluation on Codi Bigsby. That's the defense is asking for this psych evaluation. We all know where that's headed. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. Come Wednesday, I don't know how you guys all feel about it. I might have to take that off the title because this was all about Quinton, and I wanted to speak about Codi a little bit. But we'll keep it all on about Quinton, and then we can talk about Codi Wednesday and find out because to have a psych evaluation, you got to have it within 30 days. So let me make some phone calls while I got a couple of days off. They're asking me to go to work tonight. I don't know what's going to happen on our time coming in at 5. You guys going to have to put your notifications on because my time is changing and I will be starting to work at 6 p.m. That don't mean I'm going to come on here and stay on. That is what is being said, Mary says. I don't know anything about this. I have to go check it out. Okay, Amanda. Oh my God, I hope not. From what I hear, drugs supposed to be a lot. Drugs. With babysitter daughter cheating, people. Hey, love yourself. We're getting ready to get off of here. Danny's parents live in Dunn. Yeah, the news did say that they went to Dunn, and but for some reason, somebody was saying he was in South Carolina, but nobody's seen him. Nobody's seen him. I want to know where he worked at because, and if anybody can find out where he worked at, please let me know. Slide me a DM or let me know. My number is 316-553-3056. If you didn't hear it, there's a replay button to get my number. Matter of fact, I put it up here real quick and you can take a picture because people do call me and leave me a message. And there's a reason why I want to find out where he worked at. So maybe we can help on this case a little bit more. Find out where he worked at and we can make things happen. Okay. Hopefully some of you guys, that's some homework. Anyway. Nothing's going on the Codi Bigsby case. I know a lot of people see, yeah, Amanda, I heard the same thing. I heard South Carolina too. I'm glad I wasn't the only one heard South Carolina, but I just read it from the police. Let me see if it's still up here. Let me see. So I'll let you. Hold on. Yeah, I just put on here. Where's Danny on the whoop de whoop de woo, and it's right here. I'll let you see it. Where the police say that they went to Dunk in North Carolina. And the reason why if I can find it, if I can't find it, I just can't find it, but I did read it. They went to go look. On here. court documents obtained show that the family was at odds before Quinton. But they went to go look in that area. I heard, yeah, I know, but that's not where they went. I'll find it for you guys. So I had it a minute ago. But it's not. It's North Carolina. And that's why we go over it, because we don't, when you start, you can't just come and speak on it and then not know the facts, you know. When you know the facts, people can't, you know, you can, I don't know where I just had it at, but I can't find it from now. Let me look at this last one. I'm going to look this. Okay. It's over here. Hold on. I'll find it for you. I remember seeing that. So his mother, the boyfriend was his mother and her boyfriend were being evicted. His grandmother and her husband had custody of Quinton. Neither of them were home when Quinton disappeared. Quinton's mom was about to start having to pay child support for Quinton and his brother. Then during week 2 of the search, it took a terrible turn. Quinton's body is believed to be in Chatham County dump. There's evidence, police say. The police says there's evidence, police say, that proves it, that he's in the dump. Their theory is the little boy was tossed in a dumpster, thrown out like trash, and delivered to the landfill in a trash truck. Once the search in the landfill started, police stopped with their regular updates. They kept looking for answers this week, knocking on doors of a Dunn, North Carolina address. Look right there. Take a quick snapshot. So they say they kept looking for answers this week, knocking on doors of a Dunn, North Carolina address for boyfriend Daniel Youngkin. In the past, Daniel and Leilani were both arrested. So just making sure you guys got that before we get off of here. I'll see you guys, Wednesday? I'll see you guys Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And we'll talk about not Quinton, but Codi, unless there's some updates, you guys. All right, let's go. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop.
Will
We
be
will
as bright
not
as
stop.
the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this?
go.
How you cannot go?
Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah.
Where does the fault lie on you?